my next live show where I'm going to be you're going to be hanging out with me, Uncle Bob, and we're going to be watching Chucky Child's Play, or at least I'm going to be watching it, and you can listen to it in the background. You can put your copy of the movie on if you want, and watch it as if we're watching it together. You can do that if you want. Or you can just come by and say hi, see what's going down. You can chat about anything you want, horror related. I'll ask you questions about Chucky and the franchise, what film's your favourite, that kind of stuff. Maybe some other stuff as well. You can ask me anything you want, relate to anything else. And that's it, yeah, pretty much it, guys. Sorry it's later than usual, about half an hour later than scheduled. But I was just having some food and sorting out a couple of things before I went live, because once you're live, you can't sort of. Like, I went to the loo, then I sorted a few things out, then I had something to eat. So once you're live, you can't sort of go off and do something else because you're trying to stay live. So yeah, once you're going live, you have to stay live pretty much for like an hour and a half or whatever it is. Yeah, so is the light come on this? Oh, there we go. It looked like the light was already on. I couldn't remember if I put it on or not. But, I don't think it was on. It's come on now anyway. Yeah, so Child's Play has just started. Anyone going to be joining me tonight, or is it going to be a quiet one? I know it's pretty much late in the UK, but I know my American friends are. So I think we're 5 hours in front. So I think it's like 9 o'clock in America. So there should be a few people from America joining us. Well, it seems dark still. But hey guys, hi, how are you? Uncle Bob back again. Welcome to the next live show. You guys doing okay? Just watching Child's Play, Chucky, the first one. I've got it on, so if you want to listen to it in the background. Or you can put your copy of the movie on and listen to it. If you want to do that, you can. You doing okay? If you can hear the movie. Pretty much just all kicks off, doesn't it, in Child's Play 1? Like, it just goes straight into it, where Charles Lee Ray's on the run, and then like goes into the toy store. Then he does his voodoo or whatever thing he does with the amulet to get himself, Charles Lee Ray, the serial killer, actually into the doll. So he says, whatever he's going to say, then he actually ends up inside the doll. But I mean, that happens like within like what, about the first 5 minutes of the movie. So they never messed around with this. They're straight into it. It was like becomes Chucky like straight away. But it's good. The first one's really good. I do like how it starts to set the story going. I do like Child's Play too, though. I'm actually leaning towards that being more, in some ways, better than the first. Don't get me wrong, the first is good, but second is very good, very good sequel. Any thoughts on the Chucky franchise, guys? Anyone a big fan of Chucky? Uh, which Chucky movie is you guys' favourite? I know pretty much it's going to be the first or the second, but maybe like on the other ones, like where Tiffany's in it, like Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky. Maybe one of those. Maybe I think there's a lot of Tiffany fans. I saw the first Chucky quite late, with about after about. Hi, how are you doing? I didn't actually see the first Chucky movie until about 2004, uh, because in my country, the UK, Chucky was actually banned because I won't go into too much detail, but there was an incident where a kid was kidnapped uh, and killed by these other kids that were about 10 years old. And basically, they kidnapped him, or yeah, from a shopping centre, took him away and killed him. But they was only kids themselves. But they banned Chucky, the first movie, got banned because of this happened in the UK, and they blamed the movie for it being a bad influence on these kids that killed this other kid, and it got banned from this country. But it didn't it got released again after all this had happened. This was 20 years or 15 years later. It got re-released, and then when it was back in the shops, I actually bought the film and then watched it for the first time, which was about 20 years ago or something. Uh, Chucky, uh, Chucky, Child's Play, got banned over here in my country, the UK. I'm not sure if any of you guys are from the UK. Chucky got banned in the UK because of an incident where another kid was killed by other kids, and they blamed the movie for being a bad influence on these other kids that killed another kid. So they banned the movie because they blamed the movie on this incident that happened. This was back in 1993, I believe. So basically, these kids are about 10 years old. They kidnapped this little kid that was about 3 years old. They kidnapped this kid, killed the kid, and then they blamed the movie Child's Play for the movie, and then it got banned in the UK, and then it was like 15 years later before they released it in the shops. Hi, how are you doing? Yes, correct. Yes. Oh, so you pretty much know because from the UK why why it got banned. Very terrible what happened. I blame, to be honest, I blame them. I don't really blame the movies for stuff that happens, like, killings and stuff. I blame the parents, to be honest, because these young kids, when they killed this other kid, I blame the parents because you know they must have let these kids watch these horror films and get the ideas. So had they have been better parents and not let these kids watch these horror films, at a young age, they wouldn't have maybe have done this. I mean, you know, I may have still done it, but it would have at least reduced the risk of it had happened. But yeah, thanks. I appreciate the sub. Do you like horror stuff? There's plenty of plenty of horror stuff on the channel. I've made. I can't believe I've made over 3,000 videos. It's just crazy. I mean, I've only been on the YouTube for 3 years now, and I made yeah, I've gone. I think I made some when I've just didn't need to. I just made loads, loads of normal ones and loads. I made loads of shorts, just having fun, mucking about, just showing people what's available to buy, different stuff. But then making a few funny videos, just to, especially like if you've seen over Halloween, I made some like funny videos with involving critters, Chucky, and just have fun with it and just mess around. What's that film watching from Salford? Is that a horror film? Hi, how are you? Oh, sorry. I didn't realise you were saying hi to the other person, little Joe. Is that because you know the other person? Hi, I'm from Manchester. How's things over there? What's the weather like in Manchester at the moment? Because where I am in the north, it's a lot of rain. It's getting more colder now. Is it the same in Manchester? Is it just raining up there as well? Just pretty much raining, bad weather, but typical bad UK weather. So you guys obviously know what it's like here. We didn't get much of a summer, did we? Really? I mean, maybe the few days here and there, but it wasn't sort of like continuous. I remember a few years ago it was like continuously hot for ages, but now, nah. Oh, that doesn't sound too good. Moldy cheese. That doesn't sound very good. But yeah, I've had stuff that's been in the fridge and like I've forgotten about that it was in there, then pulled it out for oh, that stinks and but the smell is just and then I've checked the bread bin where you keep the bread and then forgot about stuff and then you've gone into the bread bin and you can smell something's gone off and you look in as you ah something that's gone off and you just forgot about. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I mean nothing wrong with just regular cheese, but just not disgusting mouldy cheese. It was sunny where you are. You in the UK? Sorry, did you say Well, you said it was sunny. You're the person that said it was you was in Manchester. Sorry, I can't remember. It's it's this weather over is just ridiculous. Um, yeah, been raining. Then the sun was out, and then it wasn't very. It was sort of like mild. It wasn't very cold, but the sun was out. And it's supposed to be. I mean, it's supposed to be winter. It's supposed to be just being cold most of the time now, but it's the sun being out in November. It's just crazy, and it's just nothing. You know, it's just climate change. You know, it's nothing to do with anything else. It's just ridiculous. They might as well just not say, you know, because you know when they say uh, spring, summer, autumn, and then winter. I mean, they might as well just not even say that anymore, you know, because it's just whatever the weather's going to be like, and you know, it's just becoming later and later now. I mean, you know, it's what the sun's still out now. I mean, we're gonna be getting winter in like what March and April. It's just crazy. You know, it's the stuff's getting moved up now. You know, so you know we're going to be getting winter in March and April, and then uh, spring's going to be coming like when it's supposed to be the summer, and then oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, many moons ago, I remember if it was winter, it would be the winter. If it was the summer, it would be the summer. But now, yeah, it's just 30 years down the line and it's gone like this. Um, the day has been okay, I guess. I was working and then I went to my counselling therapy sessions because I suffer with depression, high anxiety, ADHD, and I went to this counselling, which is like a group session, but it's okay, you know. Other people got similar problems, you know. But you can discuss, you know, they'll discuss what help is available, different techniques that you can do. A lot of the techniques don't really work. I mean, I've had depression for 28 years since I was 11. I don't know what works and what doesn't, and I pretty much know my own stuff that I do to get me through the depression. You know, I know what I need. You know, I know what gets me through stuff to because you're living with depression for 28 years. You know what fucking stuff works and what don't. You know, and these techniques where they say they suggest count to 25 or 10 or whatever. You know, that shit doesn't work. You know, it's all up here. You've got to relax the mind and take your mind off of it. You know, take an interest in stuff. You know, I watch loads of old movies that I used to watch when I was younger, which you know takes me takes me back to a happy place, when I was happy when I was, younger. Like watching a lot of movies. And coming on YouTube has helped with my depression a lot. Making a channel, meeting nice people, making videos that people enjoy. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, it's not easy, is it? Once you get into your 40s, I just turned 41. I'm not sure if you see on the channel. I put on there. I just turned 41 on the channel. Um, yeah, so you're 46, so you pretty much know what's going on with everything and stuff, and you know you've got the knowledge of what's all the stuff that's gone in the UK. All the bullshit and all the stuff and all the weather, which is just absolute crazy. Uh, yeah, it's not easy, is it? Living with depression. How long have you had depression? Hi, how are you? Someone else just joined us. How you doing? Welcome. We're just talking about, well, we're generally chatting and we're currently talking about depression. But we've got Chucky playing in the background where Andy's aunt is just been killed and fallen through the window, which obviously looks, because they did it as if it was, you didn't see who was killing her. If you've seen Child's Play 1, it shows her just getting, so obviously it's Chucky that kills her. He throws the good guy hammer, was it? I think he throws the good guy hammer, the toy that you get with Chucky doll. Throws the hammer uh, at Andy's auntie, hits her, and then she falls out the window, but you don't actually see who's. But anyway, that's just happened. And obviously, it looks like they try and do it as if, and then they try and say that it's Andy that's done it because he's got good guy sneakers on the same train as the Chucky doll. Do you have ways of coping with your depression? Are you getting help and support with that? Do you have your own ways of coping with your depression? Yeah, the counselling stuff that I'm going to, it's, as I said, the stuff that they say. I mean, there's a few ideas that might be okay, but a lot of the stuff I don't. And then I'll just say what stuff I know works. I say, yeah, some stuff works, some stuff don't. And then I'll suggest stuff to try, for the other people that are there. I'll say, try this, try this, try this, see if it works, Some stuff is different. Everyone's different when it comes to depression. Everyone's got their own ways of dealing with it. Some people can't deal with it. Um, you know, Living with depression for 28 years, it's become part of my life. I know how I can deal with it, and I know what I can do to take my mind off of things. I try and relax towards the weekend. I know the generally Monday to Friday, or at least Monday to Thursdays, stressful with work, family stuff, and all that shit. Uh, all other problems that people throw at you, obstacles in your way, and all that shit. Uh, yeah, just got to fight for it all. sometimes you feel like you're in a losing battle, but uh, I think I've stared death in the face more times than anything over the years. But yeah, somehow I just kept pulling myself through all this shit. Oh yeah, Poltergeist. Pretty good. I haven't seen that movie in some time. Maybe a good idea is maybe watch that actually. Because there's more than one, isn't there? Poltergeist. A few, isn't there? I think this is the first one that's the best, isn't it? There's a couple, isn't there? Poltergeist. Did the girl, the young girl in Poltergeist, she died, right? Is that right? I'm pretty sure I see it said where it said the actress, the young, the girl in Poltergeist. That's right, isn't it? She died. Yeah. Well, when I yeah, yeah, it's how people deal with stuff, isn't it? I think like if there's a death in the family, sometimes someone might not even know how they're going to deal with it or how they're going to react, and it's only when it sort of happens, someone could just literally fall into depression. Um, but I think a lot of cases people have it for quite a while. I mean, I got diagnosed with depression when I was 11, and now I'm 41. So yeah, about 29 years I've had it. And I didn't know what depression was back then when I was a kid. I got diagnosed, but I didn't know what the fuck depression was. I didn't know what the fuck they was talking about. Depression, what the fuck was that? I was 11 years old. I didn't even know how to read and write. I don't think at that age, let alone, you know, diagnosing me at 11 years old with depression. I mean, I knew I was had problems, and I wasn't very smart when I was younger. Um, yeah, I think I was. Well, I always used to think I was quite stupid or dumb when I was younger because I wasn't really smart. I wasn't like all the other kids were really really smart. Smarter than me, and I struggled a lot when I was younger. Yeah, wasn't easy uh, growing up, but yeah, just been pretty much fighting all things depression for 29 years. It's just been a big war. A war with something that is literally just fucking, you know, depression that's, you can't even, you can't see it. It's just the thing that's, yeah, I mean, it's a mind fucker. Yeah. Did she die? Did the actress, did she die, the girl, during the filming? So she died after the third film was made, or during like the filming of the third movie? Oh, I'm very very sorry to hear that. That must have been very very terrible for you. I'm very very sorry that you went through that terrible thing. Must have been very very hard. for you to go through that. Um, you must be a very strong person to have to deal with that. Um, yeah, I mean, I've lost relatives, granddads, nans, and other stuff like that. But yeah, uh, someone loses their parents is the most must be the most worst thing. Um, how I mean, how are you coping? are you have you been getting other support from other family or friends? Um, do you have your ways of coping with things? Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. Well, maybe you have a purpose for being here. Maybe you have the purpose. Maybe you could give advice or help on others to maybe deal with uh, going through grief and depression, and maybe try and give yourself a purpose of maybe helping others to cope. Um, do you have any friends at all to talk to, or other family members? Any brothers or sisters for support? Um, how about starting a YouTube channel? Um, because this since I've been doing this for the last 3 years has really helped. Uh, having a channel. Have you thought maybe you could start? Do you collect? Do you have any hobbies? Maybe you could start a YouTube channel. Um, it really does. It's really a good thing doing it, and you know, you feel a sense of making videos for people to enjoy watching, chatting with people. I think it really does uh, help. Um, and doing it just for when I do it, it's nothing serious. I don't make any financial gain from it. I just do it as a hobby. So yeah, you could do it for and then something maybe to take your mind off of things. Having a YouTube channel, just making regular content, showing your collection, um, stuff that you're interested in. Um, yeah, because when my cat died 3 years ago, I was started already on YouTube, but when my cat died, I was going to give up because my cat I had for 6 years and it was my close companion, um, and I was really sad. I had a panic attack, and then yeah, I was going to commit suicide. But then I was carrying on with this channel, and this is the only thing that sort of really kept me going is the channel, and I've got another cat. So yeah, that was the only two things that was keeping me going. Really, is another cat and the YouTube channel, um, which kept me going. And I mean, there've been times where I thought give up the YouTube channel because when I first started, you know, there was not many people that was watching, not many people subscribed. I thought, I mean, if I didn't ever expect to get, you know, lots of views or subs, but I thought if you know, if you're gonna get at least a few, because otherwise, if no one's watching at all, then it's completely not worth doing. But more people started to watch, and then I made more videos. Um, um, do you talk to any of your siblings? Like keep in touch? Have you tried to contact them? Uh, maybe uh, going with them to you know to stay and get support from them. Yeah, it's good having animals. Cats are very good companions, especially when it comes to. I think cats can sense when the person is feeling sad. They can sense sadness, so they'll come to you. If you're feeling low. Because when I felt sad, my cat comes to me. So that's the good thing about cats and animals. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't, I would contact your other family. Maybe say, chat with them, visit them. Maybe they can visit you. Um, have you tried to talk to your other family? Maybe suggest having a family reunion. Trying to make things. Getting people together. Um, well, I mean, there's everyone. There's nothing wrong with being. Someone people are on their own, but I don't think people should be on their own all the time. I think I think people need people around them. And try to connect. Uh, you know, um, I would try to connect with them and maybe come up with some suggestions like family meal or family get together, reunion, um, or maybe if you don't want to get the family stuff, maybe uh, do you have many friends to talk to? Uh, like connect with people on Facebook and That must be very difficult. Is it possible for you to? I know it seems far. Is it possible for you to visit them or them to visit you? I know they're far away. But is it possible for you to visit them or them to visit you? Maybe. Or you know what you could do uh, in that situation? Do a video call so then you can see the person, rather than it being a phone call. Do the video call so they can see your face, you can see them. FaceTime, um, you know, to try and you can even watch a movie together if you do the FaceTime because you can point the so if you're doing FaceTime, you can see each other's faces and then you can maybe move the camera so it's watching the movie, so you can watch the movie together. Do stuff. You because you might not actually be there with the person, but it doesn't stop you from doing the stuff. You can just use your phones. Um, yeah, to have them together, uh, watch the movie together. So you can chat. Uh, yeah. Um, even eating, even eating food, doing the FaceTime, and you can eat food while you're chatting and see the other person. Like, so you could say, you know, eat food together, and then you'll be seeing the person while you're chatting. This is the good bit in Chucky, where she's trying to make the Chucky doll talk. And she knows he's come to life, but she's getting him to talk, and he's not moving. It was really good special effects back on that, considering it was like 1988, the first one. And then when he Chucky comes to life, it was really good special effects. Like almost like he the actual doll would, well, obviously special effects, but like seeing it was like you can almost relate to it being somewhat, I don't know, fiction, but like somewhat being real with a doll coming to life. Because I think they had a few uh, movies where there was, um, I think there was something where a dummy came to life, and you could, well, it's fiction, but you can imagine, like you could imagine that doll or like a dummy coming to life. Uh, yeah, it was funny. And I think in some scenes, I'm not sure if they used a little kid and then put him in a like Chucky clothes to run around because there's some scenes where you see you see Chucky running and it looks like it's a little kid, and I'm sure they used the kid like put him in Chucky clothes to get him to in certain scenes running around. It's funny. Uh, yeah, yeah. That's what we was. Sorry, left me tired. Uh, um, Yeah, Chucky, that's what we were saying. Was you here earlier when we were saying about Chucky getting banned over here? Uh, because of what happened, when it got banned. I didn't myself see the first Chucky film till about 2004. I think got banned, and then by the time I actually saw it, I bought it in HMV, and that was the first time I'd seen it because I'd never even seen it before. So, um, I mean, I'd heard people saying they'd watched it. Uh, I knew what happened, why it got banned, but I'd never actually seen it until it actually got released again, or until it was allowed to be watched. Uh, but yeah, I think, as I was saying earlier, I don't think it's the movie's fault because they made Chucky before. They can't blame it because Chucky was 88. The case for what happened didn't happen until 93. So it's nothing to do with Chucky. you know, and they were blaming that because they said it was that caused it, but it may have happened anyway. Regardless of that. And I said, as I said earlier, I think a lot of these things where kids commit crimes, I'll blame the parents. To be honest, I think just bad parenting, not watching, you know, not disciplining these kids, giving them discipline when they need, telling off, just letting them get away with stuff, letting them watch horror films when they shouldn't be. So yeah, blame a lot of this on the parents, really. Uh, I think I actually saw Child's Play 2 before one. I think, I think, yeah, I think I saw Child's Play 2. I think it was the first one that got banned. I think the second one was okay because I remember watching. Yeah, I remember I bought the second one from HMV, watched that, and then I didn't see not the first Chucky. So I think the first one got banned, and so I watched two, and I hadn't seen the first one till like a year or 1 year later when it's. I think that was when it was allowed to be. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I saw Chucky 2 before I saw the first. Nightmare on Elm Street. Uh, yeah. I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, the first few films are okay. Um, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, generally, I mean, if I think if kids are watching these films, then the parents just shouldn't let them watch the films. But adults that watch the films and then kill. Um, but I don't think that would be. I think these killers, whatever, would kill anyway because they have something up here that tells them to kill for whatever reason, or they read something, or they don't like something that someone said, and then they go and think it's okay to kill someone. Um, or they think that if they see something in the movie, like horror film, they think it's okay to do that in the real world. They don't think, oh, it's just fiction, it's just a film. Uh, but one can't do that in real life. It's just a film, it's just a story, it's not real. Um, but yeah, I think it's just a thing with some people's minds. But you what's that about Jaws? Yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, because if they went by that, saying that if killers watch films and then go and kill, then they would just ban every horror film, and there'd be, but then that's not right on the people that want to watch the film and just want to watch the films. Um, yeah, it's. I think if these people, killers that are gonna kill or people that are gonna attack, are gonna do that anyway, regardless of what's being watched. Because we just live in a world where there's so many people, different views, different opinions. Some people want to cause trouble. Some people want to just attack people, which is, uh, but percentage, whatever it is, uh, you know, luckily the majority of people want to just live normally. Um, but unfortunately, there's always going to be some percentage that are going to just want to go and attack or go and kill. That's just how it is. They're never going to just whatever they decide to do, banning stuff. And there's always going to be some people somewhere that have read something, wherever it's going to be, read something, don't agree with something. Someone's said something that they're just going to go and kill. Yeah, it's just the type of world we live in. Millions and billions of people. Um, Unfortunately, no, not everyone is going to play by the rules and just yeah. So they could ban all the bad stuff, the horror films. They can ban weapons, but still, there's going to be people that are going to kill. It's as simple as that. Uh, because they'd have to ban every single thing. They'd have to ban books, music, films, um, so people can read stuff to get ideas. And, these ideas can be coming from anywhere. Lyrics in a song that they don't like, anything. But somewhere, someone's going to get pissed off with something and then just think, right, I'm going to go and kill someone. Hi, how are you? Yeah. Why can't you sleep? Just not tired or just don't feel like sleeping? Uh, I usually stay up late. Uh, Thursday, sometimes Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and just watch movies towards the weekend. Uh, I watch them, then I'll sleep. Uh, it's like at the moment because it was Halloween. Every Halloween every year, I watch all the horror films from uh, obviously on the channel. I buy horror stuff all the time and make videos, but only at Halloween from beginning of October until the end of November. I'll just watch all the horror franchises. Not every single horror because there's too many, but just all the main franchises like Friday the 13th, Hellraiser. Uh, and now obviously I'm on Chucky, so I'll be watching those um, tonight and Saturday, uh, and then I'm gonna watch Critters after. Yeah, it's hard to sleep, isn't it, when you're not tired? Because you don't even know you need sleep, but you can't sleep. For example, say if you say, "Oh, I need to get 4 or 5 hours sleep before I go to work," but then you can't sleep. Yeah, so you've actually got to make yourself somehow tired to. But when I usually work, I just sleep straight after because after I'm working, I'm tired. You know, instead of staying awake. So I just sleep straight after. Then even if I don't sleep later on, I know I've slept already, and then I'll be really tired after. But yeah, it's difficult when you need some sleep. But yeah, but to be honest, if you haven't got to do anything, then just literally, if you're tired, just sleep. Sleep when you feel you're sleepy. That literally don't stay awake. If you feel sleepy, just sleep because when you want to sleep and you don't feel tired, yeah, I've had a lot of times where I've tried going to sleep and just can't. It's just then I end up going on my phone. uh, yeah, I was at my group therapy session for my depression earlier on. I was almost falling asleep. I was sort of like relaxed on the chair, and then I was like, because we were watching some mental health video, and I was like, oh, I'm just about to sleep. I don't know, I stayed awake to be honest. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think for someone not to do something, they'd have to be just sitting in a room with nothing, no TV, no books, nothing to look at, just literally sitting on a chair, and then there are probably chances are they won't do anything. But, people can't live like that. Uh, yeah. I didn't know they had the Mummy films from. I only knew the more recent ones, with Brandon Fraser. They're actually okay. Those. I really like the first Mummy with Brandon Fraser. The second one it's all right here and there, but a bit silly. The third one is pretty crap, but the first one, yeah, was all right actually. Scorpion King was just an action film. The Scorpion King, because in The Mummy 2, The Rock was the Scorpion King, and he even had he was half Scorpion. Just that ended up with because he was the warrior Scorpion King, then he got killed or whatever. Came back and he was like half Scorpion, half Scorpion King, not the Rock. But then he had a towel, or half of him, half his body was a skeleton, Scorpion. Um, but then when they made the Scorpion King, which was about him, uh, he didn't turn into a scorpion. It was just. I think that's just. I think that was the story before. I think that happened before the Mummy. Something. But anyway, yeah. But the first Mummy with Brandon Fraser was actually okay, to be honest. I remember that 1999. I think I saw it at the I think I saw it at the cinema back in the day. I was like about what 14 or 15 years old in 1999. Many moons ago. um, they made another Mummy film. I don't think it was a remake. I think it was a separate film with Tom Cruise. It was all right, but I don't think it was as good as the Brandon Fraser one. I don't think it was. I don't think it was one of Tom Cruise's best films, was it? The Mummy version that he did. I don't even know why they made it. Does anyone know why they made it? Because you would have thought they would have just made another Mummy film that was another one like the one that Brendan Fraser was in, but they made another Mummy film. Did they need to make that? Oh, okay. You need rest before you do that. Um, so you're planning to do something with your boyfriend? You're going out later? Uh, I've got some plans for Friday, uh, which I don't have. Usually I'm just working. But this time, Friday, I'm taking the day off, and I'm actually meeting a friend uh, up London. Uh, yeah, which I don't do very often because yeah, I don't really meet people to be honest. I chat to people online, but I don't meet anyone. Uh, Another kill scene coming up. This is the thing I didn't agree with on Child's Play, the first Chucky. Is Andy the actor? His reaction. It seems like he. It seems like he was scared some of the time. To be honest, I think he was too young. I think he was too young to be cast in this because I think he generally looked scared and worried. I think he was way too young to get cast for this. To be honest, Andy. I know he's a good kid actor. He done well. But I think he was because he's generally general reaction to some of the sort of like things where you see Chucky like running after him, killing someone. He seemed generally scared, and I was like, because when I remember watching this before, I was like, no, there's something not right about this. The kid, the actor kid, seems genuinely scared, and I was like, this isn't right. He actually seems generally scared, and I was like, you know, I think he was maybe too young to have been in this, and cast too young. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it may have been just him, his acting, but yeah, he's generally scared. I was like, nah, something not right here. But That's just what for me from what I'm observing through watching it. Uh, what's the Are you talking about the original? Was it the original Mummy you was talking about? The really old one? Is that what you mean? Where where was that on? The original one, the Mummy. Are you talking about the Mummy, the original one? Yeah. Well, we feel because we're both in our forties, we feel old, but maybe actually, because they do say life begins at 40. But how we live in now, it's like when we were talking about the weather, uh, the different uh, periods where it's supposed to be winter and it's summer still or whatever, and it's coming later and later. As uh, people now are living till they're 90, 100, even over 100 now. As before, 20 years ago, people were living in 70s, 80s. Now, as things have gone on, you know, 20 years later now, people, as I said, living longer. So maybe 40s, is still young. Uh, as where 20 years ago, maybe you could say, you was halfway through your life. Uh, but now, maybe we've got a lot longer, which is a good thing. So, you know, human life and people will live longer. Pretty much getting towards the sort of what maybe 10 minutes left of the movie now. They're quite short. The Chucky films, what, an hour and 20 minutes. Pretty short and sweet, but always over too quickly. I feel. Sometimes I like watching some of these. I mean, I watch a lot of movies twice because I feel they're just over too quickly. That's what I feel with the horror films. I feel like I want to watch them twice because they're just an hour and 20 is nothing. Uh, it's just over too quickly. Uh, but unfortunately, when it comes to the horror films, there isn't enough time to watch them twice. So I have to watch one and move on to the other because I'll try and stick to the horror schedule of watching each franchise's. Uh, yeah, there's just not enough time to. I just have to watch one and go straight into the other. Uh, I think if I didn't work and I had more free time, yeah, possibly could watch it more than twice. But there isn't enough time. Yeah, I certainly do. I hope I'm gonna get some sleep. Uh, later before I go travelling into the city. Because I don't want to be feeling tired because then I'll just, I just won't, I just won't do it. I'll just like cancel it or whatever if I'm too tired. Uh, I'm not going to travel if I'm too tired because I'll just be falling asleep. I don't want to be doing that on a train. Too risky. Because someone might steal your wallet or something. The ending of Child's Play One is very, very good. Uh, I mean, Chucky's Chucky comes at him like he's a man possessed. So it's quite, yeah. I regard Child's Play One as certainly. So I just did the my 15 top scariest horror films of all time, and Child's Play One I consider right in there. Because if you'd seen it back then in 1988, yeah, it would have scared the crap out of people. Uh, and there's the that bit where Chucky's gets thrown into the fire and then he's on fire. Uh, and then there's this bit coming up now where he literally, I thought it was, I thought they'd actually got a person that was running across, because he sort of runs across the living room. He sort of runs across the living room. Um, and it sort of looks like it sort of looks like it's an actor or kid or something that's on fire running across the floor. I don't think I know it must be special effects or something. But it looks like someone's. It looks like a kid on fire running across the. It can't be that, can it? Can't be an actual kid that was on fire. But it's. It looks like, yeah. It looks like he's running. He runs. He gets put into the fire, then he's on fire and runs across. He front literally always walks or whatever. But it looks like he's running across on fire, and you see the expression on the kid, the actor Andy. Face, and he's like he's generally shocked because he puts his hand over his mouth and he's like generally shocked. That's what I was saying to you earlier. Seems like his reaction's generally shocked. He's like it's almost like he thinks it's real for some reason, but I don't know. Yeah, he seems to think it's. I think, as I said, I think he was cast too young to know what was going on because it's like his reaction is he thinks it looks like he's looking as if it's real and actually happening. Like when he was on fire earlier on, Chucky, it looks like he thinks he's actually on fire because he puts his hand over his mouth and generally, he's like generally shocked. And it's like, you know, although it's supposed to be acting, but he's, yeah. Anyway, what we got here? Favorite horror film. Well, my favourite horror franchise is Halloween with Michael Myers, and he's my favourite franchise. Halloween, favourite character Michael Myers, and then favourite horror film probably Halloween, Halloween Two, um, American Werewolf. Yeah, is really good. American Werewolf is it was pretty much the best werewolf film ever made, isn't it? Especially because obviously British, especially seeing an American Werewolf where the werewolf goes on a rampage and ends up in London, like Leicester Square, is it? And you see him like the werewolf going up round Leicester Square, like chasing people or other, and then you see buses and American Werewolf was 1982, I think. Did you say? Yeah, I think so. What is this? I sell my whole 7-Eleven? What's that? Yeah, American Werewolf in London is really good. The second one is crap, though, isn't it? American Werewolf in Paris? It's total crap, isn't it? I remember seeing it. I thought, this is crap. And nothing like the first movie, is it? American Werewolf in Paris. It's total crap, isn't it? American Werewolf is very good. Do you know actually? When people say about the Howling, I've never seen the Howling. I've seen American Werewolf, and I've never seen the Howling. I've got to get. This is one thing I've got to get. I've got to get the Howling movie and see it. Because I keep hearing these conversations recently about what's better, American Werewolf or the Howling. What werewolf's better? Uh, yeah, yeah. I need to see the Howling. Um, yeah, I'm gonna buy it on eBay now because yeah, some things I don't know. Some things I just missed. American Werewolf I saw years and years and years ago. But yeah, the Howling I just never got round to seeing. It's just something that I just missed completely. Yeah, My Bloody Valentine. It's actually alright, actually. Yeah, with the miner. Yes, pretty good. I quite liked it. Uh, it was different, wasn't it? Because we hadn't had sort of like where there was a miner that worked in a mine, going around killing people. So it was different. It was a different idea, wasn't it? It was a different type of killer. Uh, yeah, so it's pretty good. Yeah, because I remember the trailer for My Bloody Valentine. Because it was come out on the Valentine's Day, didn't it? Uh, yeah, we so yeah, I think that was pretty much it, weren't it? When he got shot, I think that was pretty much the last. Well, does he come back again? Because he comes back about 3 or 4 times, doesn't he? Towards the end, so he gets set on fire. Then he's still going. He's still walking. Uh, then he gets his head shot off. But then he's still going, isn't he? I think that's it though. I thought there was another bit, but I think that was the last bit. Yeah, that's what made the ending of Charles Play really good, and similar to the second one, where you think Chucky's uh, got killed, and then he comes back like 3 or 4 times, and that's what makes it such a good ending. And that's the ending. Yeah, really good. Um, can't remember how many times I've seen this now. All these people that say, "Oh, I've seen this movie 20, 30 times." I couldn't really say, to be honest. Um, no, I mean, who's counting? Seriously, I mean, when people say they watch these, yeah, I mean, I've seen it loads of times, you know. But I mean, the amount of times you've seen it, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the movie. And that's going to be the end of this live show. So, guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for the cool comments. I like these. I really like these chats we were having on here because they they really vary what we're talking about. Because I'll say we're going to talk about horror, then we have the movie, and then we end up having conversations about. But it's good because we can have conversations about anything, and it's been always different since I've been doing these live shows. So we can chat about health, which is important. What we're doing, you know, how we're feeling, what we're getting up to, even the weather. So yeah, it's all cool. Uh, and I love you guys asking me questions and stuff. And it's all good stuff. And I really appreciate you guys, you know, taking your time to join me. When you could be doing other things. But yeah, it's really cool to have your company um, and chatting. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Because my channel's all right. I know it's not the best channel on YouTube. There's some really, really good horror channels. But I try to make it fun and enjoyable. I like to give people recommendations on what to buy, and sometimes stuff that's not to buy, like it's crap. Make fun videos for people to enjoy. I don't take a lot of things seriously. If I do one video and it doesn't get many views, it doesn't really matter. If some people watch it and enjoy it, then that's all right. It doesn't have to be all these people that have always said, oh, they want 20,000, 30,000 views. To me, that's not important. I just make the videos. If two people enjoy it, then two people enjoy it. It doesn't matter to me. Uh, you know. Yeah. So guys, that's it for this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I appreciate talking to you as well. Um, Hope you can get a few things sorted as regards to chatting to some people. Maybe you can let me know how you're getting on and you've managed to do that, managed to chat to your family and stuff. And yeah, thanks for joining me. And we had some uh, good conversations on here. Yeah, and feel free to join on the next live show. So yeah, thanks guys for joining me if you have. Um, don't worry if you've missed this. You can watch the repeat when it's uploaded. It takes quite a while, like 24 hours. So if you missed it and you want to just check what was going on or whatever, you can watch the repeat. It'll be uploaded on the live stuff that's previously gone. The next live show we're going to be doing, I'm going to watch in another Chucky film, Seed of Chucky, on the Sunday. That'll be the next show. I would do live shows every night, but I have like other stuff to do, like family to take care of, and yeah, sometimes I'm just not even awake. If I say I'm going to do more live shows, chances are I might miss them. Uh, yeah. So I'm trying to stick to like just a couple of couple of weeks. Uh, uh, but yeah, so the next show will be on Sunday. I'm going to be making a few more like shorts. Uh, I just got paid, so I bought some stuff to make videos for the channel. So I'm going to be doing that over the next few weeks. Just bits and pieces I bought, not expensive stuff because I don't earn a lot. I know it seems like there's a lot of stuff on the channel, but a lot of stuff I buy is quite cheap. It's not expensive. I can't afford stuff like hot toys or stuff like that. So it's all just cheapy stuff. Uh, but yeah, I bought a few things just to put on the channel and stuff. Um, so that's going to be coming up soon. So it's coming up to Christmas, and hopefully I'll be getting a few extra cash coming in from like family and friends and stuff. So I'll put that towards buying some more good stuff for the channel and just trying to have fun with it. Really, that's what I'm just trying to do. I don't expect it to get a lot, loads and loads of views. If some people enjoy it, then that's okay. So that's going to be coming up, some stuff. And yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And yeah, if you want to subscribe, feel free to. But you don't have to if you don't want to. You can just stop by anytime without subscribing. You don't have to pay anything. There's nothing to pay. I don't charge anyone anything. There's no membership. There's nothing. It's free to watch. All the videos are free. Nothing's to pay. So yeah, you can come anytime, watch anything you want, hang out, chill, message me. Yeah, so guys, thanks again. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's it for this. So join me on my next live show. And take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.